It's been a huge week for the Liberals right round the country, both in Victoria. Obviously, Brad Batten was voted out and replaced. Just today, Kelly Sloan has swooped in to claim the leadership in New South Wales after Mark Speakman's abrupt resignation. So the three most senior positions in the Liberal Party, that being New South Wales, Victoria and the Commonwealth, are now held by women. Here to discuss the ramifications of all this internal Liberal chaos, former Queensland Premier, Sky News regular, my Friday night mate, Campbell Newman. Good to see you. Boy, what's going on with the Liberals? I mean, the thing that strikes me about this,
Steve,
they've chosen three progressive women from the left of the Liberal Party in Susan Lee, Kelly Sloan and our Jess Wilson. That doesn't seem to me that that's going to get them re-elected or elected.
The first thing, Steve, I'd say, and with a bit of a grin on my face, is, well, surely the Liberal Party doesn't have a woman problem now because they're, for all intents and purposes,
in charge of everything,
running the show, aren't they? Is the point, in charge of everything, with all due respect to the Premier of Queensland, David Crisafulli. But, firstly, there's the issue of cut through. And in New South Wales, Mark Speakman wasn't cutting through, unfortunately. I don't think that was the case in Victoria, where I think Batten was really making headway on your lousy government down there. Both of these new state female leaders clearly do have good presentation skills. They do come across well. And I think they will probably make an impact. And it's early days on that front. But I do share quite significantly your concerns with that they are from the progressive side. And, they are now running, a narrative contrary to where Susan Lee took the party federally in the last week and a half. So, you've got both these leaders who have a commitment to net zero. And I was quite intrigued by Sloan in her press conference trying to sort of talk about how bad it was, these high power bills. But as we all know, is then a net zero sort of, carbon, emissions believer, talking about that, still committed to that. And it is completely contradictory. That's the barbed wire fence. And that could really spell trouble.
I don't ever want to be a political advisor, but if I was advising Kelly Sloan, the one thing I would have said to her this morning is leave the Tesla at home. You come from the seat of Vaucluse, which is the most expensive real estate in the country. It might be better if you catch a train to work today or turn up in some less obvious vehicle. I found that extraordinary that she would bowl up in a $120,000 Tesla if it's still worth that. They're diving in value. Why would anyone let her do that? Is there no one with any brains in the Liberal Party advising people?
I had a very good chief of staff, Steve, when I was in office, both at City Hall and then at state government, and he certainly wouldn't have let me do that. And neither would his deputy, a young woman who is very talented as well. So, yeah, that wasn't a particularly good look. You could have taken the bus in along New South Head Road into town. I think the trouble for Kelly Sloan is that she's a state MP for, let's face it, one of the wealthiest electorates in the nation, and it's sort of, it doesn't get any better than that in Sydney, does it? So
no,
I wish her well. I wish both. Yeah. I wish both of them well. But where is the path to victory for the Liberal Party at state level and federal level? It is in the middle and outer suburbs. It is in rural and regional parts of Australia. It is appealing to what Menzies called 80 years ago, the forgotten people. It is about people who are in small business. It is people on the land. It is the Howard tradies. It is those people. It is blue-collar Labor voting people who work in heavy industry who have been abandoned by the Labor Party. That is the path to victory. It is not in the inner city seats of Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane. it's not there.
And those
the Liberal Party need to wake up to that.
And those people you speak of are not driving around in Teslas. I won't labour that point, but that was just ridiculous. Campbell Newman, always great to catch up with you on a Friday night. I'll talk to you next week.